Hello everybody, and in this tutorial we are going to be learning how to make a Five Nights at Freddy's game in Scratch. Just the basics and everything, about it. So watch this video until the end to get the full experience and the full everything, and just to perfect your game. So let's go ahead and get started. And yeah, I want to get really straight on into it. So, okay, guys, let's start off by going into our backdrops and creating a main menu. So this episode is mostly going to revolve around the main menu. We might get into the game, but right in the next episode, we are going to actually get further in and start getting to the good stuff. I know it's all what you guys are waiting for. Just keep watching till the end, and we'll get there eventually, guys. Okay, it won't take long. It won't. You just gotta bear with me. So I'm gonna start off by I'm going to start off by creating a black screen, because obviously the darker the screen, the more creepy you're going to get with it. I'm not going to get into sound effects really yet, because, well, I'm not really doing that right now. Alright, so I'm going to try to find a creepy text. So, right now, work on your main menu, and then, okay, so just in a couple seconds, pause the video, work on main menu, and then we will get started. So, and pause. Alright guys, so I created my basic main menu. I forgot to mention, don't make any buttons yet, because we are just about to get into that. I will leave a link in the description to where you can find this Freddy sprite. There's actually a whole list of sprites, an entire thing. So I will leave this down in the description to where you can download and use it for your game. And I will actually be using these for my game. So yes. So I have this pretty basic main menu. We got Freddy, we have his shadow here, we got the floor and stuff. So that's all we needed right now. And so, yep. Okay, so now, this doesn't matter. This is just where I'm holding my sprites. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create a sprite, and we are going to call it the play button, because every game should mostly have a menu, I guess. I would definitely say it's ideal for your game to have a menu. So I'm going to make the outline a dark green, and this like that. So let's try this. So here we go. I'm going to have the play button on this left side of Freddy, because that's generally where people are going to be looking, and it'll come first before the settings, or the shop, or whatever you want it to be. So play. I'm gonna have it be a play button. Okay, and now I'm trying to create this outline for our text. Okay, so I now have a pretty basic play button. So now we're gonna get to a little bit of coding. So I'm gonna do when 5 is clicked, forever, if then an else, and then touching mouse pointer. And what we're gonna do is this. We are going to do where is this? We're gonna set ghost effect to maybe 30, and then else we're gonna set it to 0. So here's what happens. We have a nice little transition. So yeah, we have that. Alright, so we now have our transition for when our mouse hovers over our play button. And so this kind of gives a better look for your game and stuff like that. Okay, so we are going to real quickly duplicate this and try to get it kind of on this exact opposite side of here, because we aren't going to put much code right now into the play button, because all it's going to do is start our game, which we are not ready for. So we are going to do settings. So let's see here. Let's see. I'm going to set it to pretty much the exact opposite. So 132, and then let's see, -68. Alright. There we go. Now the only thing here is that it is still designed as a play button. So I'm gonna have to fix that up a bit and make it be settings. So yes, there we go. And now we will work on making a settings screen. Alright, so now we are going to make a settings tab. And I just noticed I wasn't really in full screen there, so yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go to backdrops, and now I'm gonna duplicate this and just take away a lot of this other stuff. So actually, this doesn't even have to be settings necessarily, but maybe shop. How about that? How does a shop sound? If you ask me, I think it sounds pretty good. And maybe we'll make the dude or the player earn some things whenever they're doing it. So how about we call it shop instead? So there we go. We now have settings and shop. And so, yes. Actually, wait. Okay, I see what's happening. So I'm gonna call this shop, and yes, and so real quickly in here, now what we need to do is we need to go, when flag is clicked, switch the backdrop to menu. That way we automatically start here. And then now, when this sprite is clicked, we are going to switch the backdrop to shop. Yup. Alright, so it should work. Now, our only problem is this. These buttons keep showing. So that's actually a quick and easy fix, believe it or not. So I'm going to do that real quick. So when flag is clicked, forever, if then an else, and then backdrop number equals 1, because our main menu is on the first backdrop. So it's our first backdrop. So we'll have it show if the backdrop number is 1, and if it's anything else, it will hide. And now I will backpack that. Oh, wait. I can actually just drag it into here, actually, I think. Yep. And now look, it should work either way. Boom. There we have it. And my cat is on the screen, so I cannot actually see anything right now. Give me a sec. Whoops. Okay, she jumped off. Alright then. Okay, so now it takes us to our shop. Let me make sure I'm recording still. Okay, yes. So it takes us to our shop, right? But how are we supposed to get back to the main menu? That's actually an easy thing. I'm gonna call this the back button. So I duplicated our settings. And now, okay, I want our back button to show when we are in the shop. So I will actually change this here in our back button to be 2, right? Yes, yep. Okay, there we go. And when this sprite is clicked, we're going to change it to the menu again. And actually, I'm going to have to go back here and say back. So there we go. I'm actually going to make this a little bit smaller, probably just to fit around our text, because we don't need that big button actually. So everything is centered. And then I'm going to pause it and then put it up here. So there we go. Again, the only reason I have pause is because I have a scratch add-on or something like that. So yeah. So here, now we can go to shop, and we can also go back. I noticed the transition wasn't working, but that's because working. Did I just say working? That's not even a word. What am I even doing? It's like 11 at night, and I'm starting to get all jumbled up with words now. So that's awesome. Okay. So we don't have anything in the shop right now. We might get back to that later. So now we get to press play. But we actually need to give that a function. So we are actually moving on faster than we thought. So now we are going to create a new backdrop and call it game. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a couple seconds. You can pause again, and we are going to design the game. So obviously in this scene on Five Nights at Freddy's, it has what you call it. It has, oh yeah, it has the desk. It has the little computer with all the screens and the stuff like that. So just design the desk and the computer. Don't put anything on the computer. Basically, boom, desk, boom, computer, door, door. I'll unpause in a second and give you a better example. So yes, you can pause here and kind of design that. So yep. Alright, so I've created a little scene, I guess. We have the background, we have the computer, the desk here, and the two doors, and of course the floor. So the reason why I only have an outline for the computer and both of the doors is because these will actually be different sprites. Because we'll want it to be to where you can click on the computer and pull up the cameras, and click on each door to open and close them. So we are actually going to be able to do that in just a little while, actually. So first we can now do this, and we can go when this sprite is clicked. In the play button, by the way, when this sprite is clicked, we are going to switch the backdrop to game. And now let's see what happens. So we have our shop, and now we have our game. Now, for a horror game, I kind of want to make it a little bit more of a creepy vibe. So here's what I'm going to do. Watch this. Fade. I'm going to create a sprite called Fade, and it's actually going to be a completely black screen. And okay, it's already centered. Okay, so hide this. You're going to also do when flag is clicked. Yeah, when flag is clicked, I'm going to do hide. Nope, that's show. Alright, and so actually, instead of doing this, what you could do is you could broadcast play. And so here's what this will do. We're going to broadcast play. And now, when I receive play in our fade, oh, okay, where did that go? That is not okay. When I receive play, we are going to actually set our ghost effect to 100, so it's going to be clear. And then we are going to show. And the reason we do this first is because if we show before, it's going to show the black screen for just a split second. And then now what we're going to do is repeat 10, and then we are going to change our ghost effect by -10. So it's slowly becoming more visible. And then right at the end of that, right after this, it'll be completely black. And then it will switch to game. And it'll still be black, and then we are going to fade and have it hide again. So now we will repeat 10 again, set it to 10, and then hide. So here is exactly what's going to happen. So we have our shop, and now this. Boom, a fade. And now if you want it to actually go a little slower, what you can do is do 20, and then -5, and then you can do 20 again, and then 5. So actually it'll go a tad bit slower. Boom. So it's a lot smoother than just instantly going straight to our game scene. We don't really need to do it for the shop and the settings because it's just a different screen you're going to, whereas this is the entire game. Okay, so let's say we want a little story to it. We're going to create this. We're going to create story. Okay, so what this will do is it's going to have dialogue on there. And so actually, we're going to have this outline here, and it's going to be just up here. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to, for now, make sure there's none of that. And I'm going to make this a darker brown, I guess. Here we go. Boom. And now I'm going to set the stroke to like 10. Actually, I honestly think that's fine right here. And so I'm going to move it up here. So yes, now you can kind of create your own little story to start with it. And we are going to do that first before anything, before we actually even get into gameplay. So yeah. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do welcome to your first job. Keep watch of the building and make sure nothing gets misplaced. Hope you survive. Manager. So, basically what this is like, alright, welcome to your first job. Keep watch of the building and make sure nothing gets misplaced. Hope you survive. Love, manager. So basically, the whole nothing gets misplaced, obviously, because there are animatronics that are going to move. Alright, so what I would do here is when flag is clicked, hide. Also, if you want to have multiple dialogue, you can just have it switch to a different costume. But wait a little bit or wait until they click. That way they can keep going through and get it just right. And then now what you could do is when backdrop switches to game, I will do this. Show, but actually first I'm going to set ghost effect to 100. So I'm also going to fade this. Actually no, I'm going to show. And then alright. And then we are going to wait until mouse down. So basically wait until it clicks. And then we are going to repeat 20. Change ghost effect by 5. Alright, there we go. And then hide. And actually we're going to have a clear graphic effects up here. That way if they end up dying and exiting and they come back, it's going to show again. So let's do this. Welcome to your first job. Keep watch of the building and make sure nothing gets misplaced. Hope you survive, manager. Boom, we click and now it's gone. Perfect. That's actually really nice. So the part you guys have been waiting for. The doors and the computer. Brain fart there for a second. I just kind of forgot what it was. Okay, so let me see how long we are into this recording. We are actually 17 minutes in. So, in the next video, guys, I'm going to teach you the doors, and then I'm going to teach you the computer, and that's how we are going to get our gameplay. So, this next episode will be complete gameplay for the most part. So, stick around for that. I just said subscribe. That's not even a word, guys. Again, it's late, and I am completely just out of my own head right now. So, yes, in the next video, or maybe next video, maybe not, but the next tutorial on this series, we are going to get into the gameplay. So be sure to subscribe if you want to get alerted for that, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.